I need a curtain rail for above my door. Well, a normal curtain rail has two hooks that go in the wall, holds each end. Problem I have, I want my curtain to come over to here, but it's in the way of the projector screen. If I put a hook on the wall, the screen won't come down. Or if I keep the hook further back, the curtains won't come further across. So I've got a bit of electrical conduit. Years old, that was, years old. And I'm going to drill a hole in this wall. I'm trying to do a wee small one now in a minute. But the problem I'm going to have this so it's held from one side. The curtain pole will be held from one side. Has to go into the wall about 4 inches. But if you're just slightly off, the pole will be way out. So I'm starting off with this small bit. It's long, and the long bit helps me sort of keep the drill straight. Now if it doesn't work out, what I can do is make the hole bigger, and I can buy a resin. That's quick drying resin for expansion bolts. Never used it before, but I know it's available. And by putting this bar in and holding it temporary, injecting the resin, that will go solid. And then I'll put a conventional chrome curtain rail pole over on top of this. So you not see this galvanized pole. That'll be inside. And so the pole, I'll go to B&M's, buy a normal chrome pole with a wee fancy end. It had to be a very small end. And so that pole will be slightly over the screen when the projector's working. Not much, about an inch or so. But like a real cinema, you think of somebody's head. So that won't be a problem. So all I can do, I'll put the tape on now, go 4 inches deep. I don't want to go in and break the bathroom tiles. Don't want it too far from the door that the light gets up behind it. Because whenever you pull the curtains across, it's going to be them ones with the big eyelids. And it could be doing higher, but I can't do it any higher because this roof's going to be lowered. So it's all guesswork, like. It's all guesswork. But I might get another wee set of blinds behind there later on. I'll see how the curtain works. And I'll buy a cheap thermal curtain in B&M's to see what it looks like. Might need hemmed up to keep me going over the winter. So that first wee hole drilled now I have to go on to the big bit. Problem with the big bit, it's not as long. And because it's not as long, it's hard to guide the drill straight. The longer the bit, the easier it is to try and keep it level and straight. And hopefully it'll follow that first hole in. I won't go too far off to the side. We'll see what happens. Dust everywhere. Fuck, see that drill there, boys? No harm to that drill. You spend 2 minutes drilling and you spend a whole weekend picking up dust, you do. Unbelievable. The dust, it just chucks the dust out everywhere. Look, what a hole. God, I don't know. You always find this house. Look at the whole room's full of dust. I find this house here, when I open the door, it just blows the dust on the top of my sofa. So, let's see how far we're out now. So, it's hanging a bit low here, but I can prop that up at the side, we'll see. You get the idea now, that's the idea of the curtain rail there. So hang from one side. We'll see. I'm just going by the bars I've lined out in the shed. So that bit's a wee, so it needs to go up about to there like. But apart from that's not too bad. So if she was sealed in there now, like that. And then I can slide the nice curtain pole over the top. That should be the job there, you know. That should be the job. I'm just wondering now what they put in there to keep it tight. I'm tempted to bang in a nail or something. I want something rather than rely on glue. I'd rather have something physical. I'll maybe give that a tap with the hammer, make sure she's in the full way. See if I can get it tight now and have it level. I'm just going to try a couple of nails. I'll bang the nails underneath, see if it tightens it up. Them my nails there came from Adria down in Campsie. Adria Nylon Factory. Some of the wood in them stud walls came from it, and the wood in that shed came from it. The actual frame of that shed, and that's the nails I pulled out. So they were pulled out 19 years ago. Still good yet. Got the life in them. I've still got about half a box out there. I've used them on some jobs there. I want to show you here though. In the wee shed there, all that wood there, that all came from Adria there, all them timbers. And I pulled the nails out of it. There are a couple of nail holes there, boys. They could be the actual holes I pulled them nails out of. See the wee nail holes there? Recycled there, boys. This shed here is now 14 years. Still doing the job yet. So there's my idea now. See it ready now, something more level. Just by banging that wee nail in there. This is hanging it up. Now if I was to bang it in the whole way, it might knock it off level again. But it needs to go in a wee bit yet. But it's steel nails, if I have it snapping and taking your eyes out if you hit them wrong. So it needs to go in a bit deeper. So I'm going to get a metal bar, put the metal bar in this so I can bang it here and get a good whack at it. That's the idea. And I'll get the wee angle grinder and trim it off the size, and then a wee bit of filler. That should do the job. So that's her now, solid as a rock. Solid as a rock. It's only holding a curtain. I'll cut that off now with a wee angle grinder. I won't have it that length. I'll wait to see. I'll go down now, take a for a walk now. I'll just go down and buy a wee curtain for there. If that works, I'll do another one for that door. Although at the minute that door doesn't need the hand, there's no light getting in there. So we'll get them to match. I don't know if I have another bar, but the one curtain rail will do both sides. And I'll buy 2 curtains tonight. I might be sleeping in this room this week, I tell you. It's not dust again. I hate. There's the one big thing that's holding me back in this room. I'm way slow. I don't have the energy I used to have. I'm way slow. And before I'd have spent 3 weeks, the whole house would be full of cement as in my old house. And at the end of 3 weeks, cleaned up, everything done. You see by the time I finish this tonight, and then you clean that up, it's a while out of time cleaning up every time. Just to come out maybe the next weekend and more mess and clean up again. The cement dust is the worst. Doesn't matter about sawdust and all that. That doesn't matter. Cement dust is terrible. Goes on the sofa and everything. Goes everywhere. So, trim off the wee nail now. I might take Luna out for a walk and see if I get a wee curtain pole. And that'll be another job finished. I might just tack up these flexes first and then take Luna out. That wee one's too small for the job, so I'm not going to fit on. You need a big angle grinder. Do you know what? The new curtain pole might actually go over that. It'll be a bigger diameter. So we'll see what the new curtain pole is like. It might even be better to leave it on because the tightness, it'll act like a spring and hold the new pole on top. I was going to drill a hole through the new pole, a wee self-tapper, and put it on the top of that. That's how I was going to get it to hold on, stop it sliding. But that wee spring might work. We'll see. I thought I might have got this curtain rail finished tonight. There's the curtain rail there, you see. The curtain rail is hollow inside. I would take the end off and I would just thread this curtain rail over that bar. And then all nice and chrome. So the actual bar is holding the curtain rail up. The curtain rail is just looking nice. And so I bought the wee blackout curtain for £15 to try out. It's just the right size there, boy. It's just touching the floor. And because of the projector screen comes down, I can't put... Now that the curtain's on, I know what length the curtain is. I'll cut that pole. I'll cut the pole off there tomorrow. So that's where I'll cut the pole. And I'll make this pole here about 1 inch longer. And that allows me to put the wee end on it. And I thought that end is ideal because it is going to be in front of the primary picture. Whenever it's going, that wee ball, it's not that much. When the curtain's back, the wee ball is still going to be there. But I think that's going to do the job. I don't want to spend big money on curtains yet because I don't know what colour the room's going to end up. So I thought, well, if I do end up buying this deer blind, maybe I won't have to buy a deer blind. Maybe this will do it night time. Until I try it out this week, I won't know. I think I spent a blind £270 to keep the light out. But I mightn't have to. I might some other way of getting a wee strip of wood down that side so the light doesn't get past. I'll find out tomorrow morning when the light's shining. So if that there had a wee bit of Velcro just to hold it tight to that wall, no light to get past there, although it seems pretty good as it is. So this has to go back. What happened there was, normally curtain rails pull apart into two halves, and you got the inner half slightly smaller than the outer half. That's what I presumed. That is the whole curtain rail. I didn't bother looking at the size. It doesn't go any longer. So there's actually curtain rails down there that are shorter, that actually go longer because they're in two halves. And I thought that'd be great there, like I could get 3 curtain rails out of that. One for this door, one for the other door, and one for the wardrobe. Nah, not to be. So I'm going to go for the shorter looking one. It's actually longer. See, some of them, I don't know. But they had thermal curtains for £20 and blackout curtains for 15 and B&M's, and they sell them individually. If I was to get curtains, I need 3, you see. I mean, let them all match. So, it works in theory. The size works. So, that's rough as anything. Even if you wanted the aluminium, it's horrible, the feeling of that there, like. So I'm going to cut that curtain rail now level with that box, and that'll be the job. I'll actually cut a wee bit smaller this one, since that's going to overlap. And we'll get this changed tomorrow. And tomorrow night, this will be working outside. So I'll leave that there. I'm just a bit disappointed, because anybody else gets a curtain pole, goes down and get a curtain pole. When I go to a curtain and get a curtain pole, I'm on an hour and a half walk with Luna around Grantia. And I come up here and I'm drying her with a towel now because she's been in the lake. Alright? That's what happens when I go to get a curtain pole. That's a bit more complicated. It's almost dry. Almost dry. I took her clothes off and all. She went in the water by herself. I didn't even put her in. Didn't you, Pet? I was getting too cold to go into the water. But Luna doesn't listen. She just goes splishy splishies. So I'm going to finish off this curtain rail now. The curtain rail is suspended. It's just under the wall on one side. And I might have to trim that nail off now. So there's no bracket here, because the curtain has to really come over in front of the projector screen. So I'm going to put the proper curtain rail over the top of that, so you won't see this. So there's a curtain rail there now. I bought the wrong one the last time, and because the projector is on it, I want the small end as possible, but I wanted it cheap. So this is to do 2 doors. It's doing the back door over there as well. So it's going to be a shower door. But so this one here, at least the light of the projector should shine through it. Shouldn't bother me too much. So, but the last one I got, I thought, you know, with the extend, I just presumed to extend it, but there only was 1 bar in it, so I took it back. It's only £2.50 more if I need twice the length. So I'll just slot that now over the top of that, cut it the size, and then I might have to see then about getting a wee screw, self-taper screw to lock her in place. But I'm hoping that wee nail might act like a spring. We'll find out now when I put it on. So I have that cut the size now. So all I'm going to do now is slide this over the top. Put the curtain over it. Now if I can bend that nail up and push her in. That's a nice fit there, boys. How's that now? No need for a self-tapper there, boys. So I'll have to unplug that. I'll get this plugged back in again. So there we go now. If I'm going to put down the projector screen now, it works too. It's a good blackout blind because the curtains overlap the projector screen at night time. So when the projector screen's down now, I can pull my curtain across. You don't want the curtain over the screen when you're watching the movie, like. So I might I have tried out night time. It's pretty good. So you don't need night time, sure, you do it during the day. And then I found out if I had my wee bun, if my wee bun sitting in there in the corner, that holds your curtain in tight, you see. Oh, there's crap there in the way, there's crap in the way. Drawing hole sitting there. What else is insulating foam? It's not going to work with insulating foam. Must get that wee hinge on there. I got the hinges. Must get that on there now. So you get the idea now. The curtain can go over where the projector screen is. So you get this place hoovered again now. That's a good job there. And that other half now, I'll use that over here. So I'll put that up like a normal rail. Must get that wee pipe. I've had that taken off, so we'll get this roof done. I must get that box and put back on again. Right, to get a curtain rail like that, it's very, very difficult getting the. You have to get your drill 100% level to get. It's quite hard to do. You need a big long bit. It's hard to get it level. But that one worked all right. But this one now, I've got the brackets anyway. So I put one bracket there on the end of that. But the other one, I just put a hole in the wall. So it goes in through the wall. And just tighten up that wee nut at the back. And that's the second curtain rail up. Very handy that way. So that's all I'm going to do now, I reckon. When it needs out. So there's that wee bit of roof there, finished. And there's that wee bit of roof there, finished. I've asked somebody to give me a hand to carry these big sheets of wood. I could have put them in the backyard and got them cut and maybe got. She needs out. By the time I arse about with that, it's dark that early. We got a girl out, don't we? You've been very good today. And you get, we'll go for a wee walk.